last Monday we talked about some stuff from bottom side, defending punches, more grappling with the context of the fight or with striking involved. So we're going to talk about the same kind of thing from the mount, some strategies of how we can initially deal with getting the guy's posture, eliminate space for him to be able to effectively strike us, and then options as far as like recomposing guard or escaping from underneath mount.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is that sometimes we're jiu-jitsu guys, we're supposed to be comfortable on our backs. It's cool. We can be offensive, all that stuff. We get comfortable being in really bad spots that are terrible in a fight, but less terrible in here when we're just rolling with our bros. So a lot of times this transition looks like if Mike's on my side, he goes to my mount. So he goes, he does whatever, he mounts, and I'm like, oh man, I'm mounted. Crap. And I start getting in position and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get my hands in good position. All right, I'm in good position now. Whatever time that took us, all that time, if this was a fight and Mike's actually going to punch me in my face, I'm not doing anything to control this distance or space. We need to start thinking about from underneath mount, one, recognizing how terrible a spot it is. So the way we want to start talking about this from today, and we're going to drill some of this later, is the first thing I'm going to do the second that I feel like he's in mount, I'm going to control this space. So what we're just going to start out with is developing some sensitivity. Your guy's going to start on your side, hands in whatever position you want them in. He's going to go to the mount. As he goes to the mount, I'm immediately, once he starts to go, I'm going to start hugging his posture and controlling this space and start taking my inside elbow towards my hip, hand being available to deal with any punches, but also blocking his knees from being able to climb up high. So what I want you guys to do, the second they settle in the mount, you should be head off the ground, ear attached to the guy's chest, depending on which way you attach. If I attach with my right arm, ear glued to the guy's chest, arm hugging up around the guy's back, up towards his shoulders, being able to hang my body weight on him, elbow tucking towards the hip to block that knee from being able to ride high into my armpit, hand and arm using my shield, ready for the guy to punch. And go into the escaping portion of this, and we'll talk about a couple variations. So same thing, Mike's on my side. He throws a leg over, knee across, whatever he does. I immediately start challenging his posture, attach my ear to his chest, hugging his back, elbows inside, ready to defend punches if I need to. Also trying to control his ability to walk up high into high mount. So from here, as I stay attached to Mike, he's going to, let's say he moves around, he's trying to posture, or he's just trying to, I'm driving off my feet, trying to keep him controlled. But at some point, he really postures up, goes to punch. So what we talked about is if I'm here and I'm staying connected, Mike postures up, I stay connected to his chest. As he goes, this arm's going to shoot vertically up towards his shoulder, and I'm going to try to wrap his arm. So from here, Mike goes up, hand comes up high, I wrap. Driving off my left foot, just into the upa, eyes looking direction I'm going, hips raised, step over, go to the top. I don't want to get in this thing where I'm underneath bottom and I'm reaching and attempting to block his punches or manage this with just my arms. I want to limit how much exposure I give myself, because if I just stay here and I just start doing all this stuff, Mike's just going to take his knee, drive across, pin my arm, do all that. He can easily deal with all that. So as I take up this space, when I feel him go to posture, my arm is going to come up high. I'm going to drop off my feet to bring you back down while I wrap. Same, like I said, trapping the foot, eyes looking the direction that I want to upa, hips elevate, step over, come to the top, and swim inside. So to go through it all, Mike goes to the mount, I hug, ear to his chest. I'm already in this position blocking his knee. He goes to posture up to punch me, hand comes up. As he comes back down, I swim, collapse his arm, raise my hips, step over to the upa, and swim inside. Posture,
to start working from the top. If you just reach and try to just drag his arm down, probably won't be successful. If I'm here and I go to posture up to hit Mike and he just sticks his arms up like that, his ear is gonna have to stay glued to my body. When I come up, hand shoots high. As he drives off his feet, bringing me down, that allows him to wrap. And he uses that momentum to upa. So when you're maintaining this control, when you feel the guy raise up, you're gonna use your feet and your hips to keep moving him back down. As you do your hands up high, you're blocking that punch. Wrap the arm, trap him. Any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3.